What's going on, everybody? Keen947 aka Wolfkeen here with a Wolf's Word. Now today on a Wolf's Word, and God am I tired. Anyways, as you can see, my room has been fully renovated and crap like that. So anyways, let's get into what I'm going to talk about. Now today on a Wolf's Word, I'm going to be talking about a game that was released last year, which was one of the first games I bought on release day. A game where you play as 4 survivors in a zombie apocalypse. Now, if you're thinking I'm talking about a Left 4 Dead game, you are wrong. I'm talking about Dead Island. Now, Dead Island was the first game I bought on release day, and what can I say? I bought this on release day, played with a couple of my friends, and there's a lot I could say about this game. But first, let's get into what Dead Island's about. In Dead Island, you play as 4 survivors. You play as, I think they're called, I forgot their names. I know one's Logan, Sam B, Peruna, and what was that girl's name? It was a Chinese girl. I forgot her name. But anyways, you play as these 4 survivors. Yes, just like Left 4 Dead, if you want to make that joke. Which I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to make that joke. But anyways, I digress. Basically, here's the story. I'm going to tell you right now. The tropical island of Banoi has been struck by a relentless zombie outbreak, and you're caught in the midst of it. Survive the terror, explore the mystery, and maybe you will make it out of a paradise to die for. Yep, that's what it says. Now, in the back, you could probably read it. It says, intense pulse-racing combat. Explore a beautiful open-world tropical island and thrilling story-based 4-player co-op. So let me get into what that means. The way this game plays, it plays a lot like how Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3 played. So think Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3 in a sense, and you'll be able to figure out the style of this game. Now combine that with an already existing 4-player zombie game like Left 4 Dead, and there you go, you got Dead Island. Also mix in the fact that you customize your own weapons. So let's see, we're bringing in the open world of Fallout, the 4-player co-op of Left 4 Dead, and the weapon customization of Dead Rising. Quite honestly, not really a great choice. So let's get into some of the good points about this game. This game is a lot of fun if you can find 4 people to play with. If you can get yourself and 3 of the friends to play, this game is a fucking blast. I was playing with my friends Hyper Goku, Fiox, and another one of Fiox's friends. All 4 of us played through the main storyline, and we all made it to the end. Well, only 3 of us, which was Hyper Goku and Fiox. And we ended up making it all the way to the end of the game, and we beat it together. So it was a fun experience beating that game together with my friends. But that's where the game falls short. This game is meant to be played with friends. If you don't have like friends to play with, you can play this game by yourself, but that leads to some of the issues. So before we go into the bad, let's keep going with the good. The music is actually pretty good. There is some good music scores. Like, you know, the music does play upbeat times, like when you're fighting more than just 5 zombies, you'll hear like a ramping up music depending on the situation you're in or something like that. And you have to remember, there are different types of zombies in this game, just like Left 4 Dead. So they'll probably play the music if you fight like a certain type of zombie too. First you got your normal ones, which work in packs. Then you've got the thug, which is basically like a big bruiser, but they're slow as hell. But if they punch you, they knock your ass right on the ground. Then you have the, I think it's the Suiciders, where basically they blow their own selves up to kill you. Then you have the, I think, Ravagers, if I'm not mistaken, where they have, like, their bones are blades, and they can hurt you with them. You got these Chargers. Yes, I said Charger, just like Left 4 Dead, only he's in like a straitjacket, like a big bulky guy in the street gonna go like, ah, like charging you and trying to knock you on your ass, and the only weak point is his back. So, for the most part, that is good. The music, the zombie variation can be good as well. And it's not like you're never without zombies. You'll always run into a few, and it's pretty good at that point. But that's where the good ends, because now we're going to get into the bad. The grimy. The shit. Unless you have 3 other friends to play this game with, if you play this by yourself, good luck. This game is actually one of the hardest games to play by yourself. Well, not the hardest game to play by yourself. There was a patch that fixed it, but I'm talking about how it was when I played it on release day. This game is actually real difficult by yourself, especially in the later levels. This is not a spoiler. You will be heading to this place later in the game, or if you've already beaten it, you would know what I'm talking about. When you go to the city. When you go to the city, city of Moresby, there are so many zombies in that place, and you got people with guns, so it gets difficult as hell when you try to fight them. So you have to end up running. Yes, I said it, you're gonna have to do like a lot of running from one location to another, like Scooby-Doo style, Scooby-Doo tactics, running from like we're going like over here, then over there, then over here, and over there, then over here, and why am I dancing? But that's what I mean. That's all you're going to be able to do if you're playing by yourself. Just a lot of running. Now, the game can get real repetitive, to be honest. Because basically, even though there's some zombie variation, you're just going to keep doing the same, if I had a weapon here, I could probably just use the Dead Island Kids. You're just going to keep doing the same the whole game. That's all you're going to do is like... That's all you're going to do. It's the same hack and slash. There's nothing new. I mean, you do get new weapons, yes, but it's still the same formula of hack, slash, hack, slash. That's what it's going to be like the whole game. And that's not cool. Like, there's no type of, like, variation. At least in games like Fallout or something like that, there's something else. Like, at least you have something to use besides a stick, a katana, like something just swinging. At least in Fallout 3, you had options between rifles, between shotguns, between pistols, between going up in front of them, between having your followers do it, and stuff like that. It gets repetitive, and that's an issue. Next thing is the problem is that the quests. The quests aren't neat. The quests, there are plenty of them, and that's the issue. It fell into the same trap as Borderlands. They put so many quests in this game that sometimes you won't even want to do them all. Basically, think like this. You're level 20, you can continue on with the storyline, but you have 7 or 8 quests left over. Are you really going to waste your time to do 7 or 8 quests left over? No, you're going to want to continue the storyline. But then if you continue the storyline, you lose your opportunity to earn some of the blueprints and stuff like that, and that's an issue. So, unless you're dedicated enough that you'll do all these quests, which can get really, really boring because it involves a lot of backtracking, then... Because, let me explain now, there is... Well, let me first finish this off. It can get boring just doing the quests, just doing these quests. True, you'll get some reward, and there is some, you know, payment at the end, but some of it's just not as good as others. And some are just so menial, you could just forget all about it. Now, let's get into... What was I going to talk about? Damn it, I've had a brain fart. Well, anyways, like I was saying, when I was talking about the quest, I was saying something else. Anyways, like I said, the quest can get pretty menial, but there is some pay for the stuff. One, you could get blueprints for weapons, which again allows you to customize your weapons. Basically, most of the weapons can be customized in this game. First, you'll start with temporary weapons that will break within time, but then you'll start getting more permanent weapons like sticks, knives, baseball bats, clubs, katanas, machetes, stuff like that. And with those weapons, you can actually upgrade them and put different attachments on them. Like turn one into like this electric machete, which will cause someone to be a zombie to be completely electrified. Then you have some of the other attachments, like one where like if you hit this guy with the hammer, he'll get sent flying across the room. And that's being honest. And now my computer is deciding to be an ad by going, "Mrrr," but I'm going to ignore it, and I hope you do too, because it's not my fault. Anyways, even with all this weapon customization, game gets still repetitive. So that's an issue. The game's repetitive as fuck. Unless you have friends, not really something I would play. I tried playing it by myself. I put about maybe like 20 hours in there, and I was only like, I don't know. If I rushed through the game, I'm pretty sure I could beat this game in about 10 hours, maybe a little less. If I rush. If I want to get everything, I'm pretty sure I'll be putting in about 30-40 hours, maybe a little more, because there are some hidden blueprints in the game. But that's still not saying much about the time. But anyways, let's get into another thing I have an issue with. Followers. Sometimes you'll have to go through escort missions, and these escort missions can be so terrible. Like, here's the thing. Your followers are not very smart. Besides your players, your followers are not very smart. 9 times out of 10, you could have a car driving alongside them, and they will never, ever enter the car. Only a couple of times when they need to, but otherwise they'll never enter the car. And 9 times out of 10, when they see zombies, if they have a weapon, they're gonna rush those zombies and think they could take them on with just a twig. That's what they basically have, most of them. They basically only have twigs. And they try to rush the zombies with a twig, going like bashing them over the head, hoping to kill them, and then they end up going dead themselves. And there's the issue. If your follower dies in an escort mission, you have to go back to the last save. All ammo, health items, and damage you've taken, as well as your weapon damage, stay the same. What? You're telling us we're loading back our previous save, yet all of our equipment is still the same? That's basically saying that, no. Same thing happens when you die. When you die in this game, you lose money. It all depends. It's like Borderlands. When you die, it's like you have to slip the Grim Reaper like, "Hey, Grim Reaper, I'll give you $2,000 if you look the other way and let me live again." Like, it's weird. I don't like that. I understand that there's supposed to be some punishment to dying, but it's just not really a great system. And there's no real tall tale when your character's down. When you find out your character's down, it's already too late. The only way to revive them is if someone has a med kit. And if they don't have a med kit, you're screwed. Now, I've complained a lot about this game, but I will give it this. It's a great multiplayer game. If you have friends that have this game, it's fun. It's a great multiplayer. It's got great music in this game. The story is, ugh. The story is your generic run-of-the-mill survival story, which I'm not even going to get into, and other crap like that. This game had potential. I saw the E3 demo myself, and this game had potential. So, in conclusion, what can I say about that island? It's made by Deep Silver and Techland. Good try. It was a good try. It was something experimental, but they should really try to do something unique. There wasn't really a lot unique here, because let's think about it. The 4-player co-op, Left 4 Dead already did it. The weapon customization. Dead Rising 2 did that. Then we have the, what was it? Explore, like an open-ended world you can explore. Fallout did that. But the world is beautiful, no lie. There are plenty of areas to check out. You've got the island resort, you've got the city, and you've got the jungle, as well as the last area, but I'm not going to spoil it, because that's an ending thing. So you got 4 great areas to check out, which is a plus for this game. It's repetitive, yes, but it's a fun game with friends. If you can find friends to play this game with, it's fun. There's not a lot of good things I could say about this game. I don't think it's dead. I don't think it was Game of the Year material, that's for sure. A lot of people was talking about, oh, this game's going to be the best zombie game in the world. It's going to be Game of the Year material, yeah. Really, guys, I've had more fun playing Left 4 Dead. Honestly, if I had to pick this over Left 4 Dead 2 or 1, I would probably pick Left 4 Dead. At least in Left 4 Dead, I feel like I'm depending on my teammates. In this game, since there's a leveling up system and stuff like that, and it's so unbalanced, you could just let the overpowered player do everything, and you stay in the back and still get the experience. So, it just doesn't feel like the same experience as Left 4 Dead. Still a solid title, still a good game, worth playing and checking out. Have some friends. It's definitely a fun game. It has some emotion to it. And the characters, I never even explained the characters. I need to explain that. The 4 characters have their own styles. Like Logan, he's a brawler. Basically, they all have an ability and they all have their own skill trees. Skill trees allow you to level up your character in any way possible. So with like certain characters, let's take Logan for example. He was a football player, so his fury would be throwing knives. The more you upgrade that, the more knives he can throw and the longer his fury lasts. In other levels, you can stomp zombies' heads out, you can repair your equipment better, you don't lose as much cash when you die, stuff like that with certain characters. Then we have... so let's get into this. Logan's fury is throwing knives. Sam B, who's the black dude who sings, "Who do your voodoo, bitch?" Get me, he uses, his is the brass knucks. When he uses his fury, he can punch zombies so hard he sends them flying in the air. Then we have Peruna, who, her fury is almost a rip-off of the Deadeye. She pulls out her own personal revolver, and he just goes, boom, 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 like shoot at every zombie. And then this girl, I still don't know her name, she pulls out like this crazy ass, I think like a Chinese sword or something like that, and starts, and you can just slash away at the enemy. And like I said, every character has their own unique skill tree and their own unique stats. Like some characters are faster than others, while other characters are more durable than other characters. Which is unique, and I like that. So, you know. The only issue is that I always end up seeing doubles. Like, they don't force you to use, like, a certain character. They allow you to use whatever character you want, and a couple of times I've seen 4 Sam Bs in one server. That's not lying. There is a trophy if you can get everybody to be someone different, which is cool. But with everybody always picking Sam B or someone like that, it's hard to get that trophy. But that's not an issue. That's just a trophy. So all in all, solid title. Definitely cool characters. A good leveling up system. Open-ended world's okay. It looks beautiful, that's for sure. And there's a lot to do. But it can get repetitive with the zombies, and the quest can sometimes get too menial if you level up too quickly, and you will level up quick in this game since you're always running into zombies or running them over in the car, Grand Theft Auto style. Anyways, I had fun with Dead Island. I just can't find the same fun I used to when I played it the first time, but I'm giving my honest review of when I first played it and beat it, and I'm giving my honest score of what I would give it. I think this game is a 7. Is it a 7? It's a hard choice, but I think I would give this game around a 7, a 7.25. Not a Game of the Year title. You know what? I'm going to stick to 7.25. I think that's a better score for it. I mean, I can be a little forgiving on it because I don't play it as much as I used to, so giving it a 7 is just me being bored. So I'm going to give it a 7.25 because I had fun with this game. It's definitely a fun experience. With friends, it's a fun experience. By yourself, not so much, but you can still find some fun out of it. There's plenty of customizable weapons, which is good. And there's plenty of quests to do, but they sometimes get menial. And the character customization can also be good. There's already 2 DLCs out for this game. The Bloodbath Arena and Rider White Campaign, which is basically add-ons to the game. So, this is Keen47, aka Wolfkeen. My review of Dead Island's in the bag. 7.25 out of 10. Definitely a solid title. Not as great as some of the other games I've played, but definitely something worth checking out. A lot of fun if you can find friends to play with. So, I'm Keen47, and I'll catch you for my next Wolf's Word, and let me make sure I'm clicking the right thing. Alright, let me know what you want me to review next, and if I play the game, I will review it. So, catch you later.